From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for your favorite section, the nation's sharpest opinion. And the hashtag for Pakistan is supplementary and complementary, because that's what Pakistan wants to be. It wants to be a supplementary and complementary country. That's the hashtag for tonight and for Pakistan. Pakistan says it wants to be supplementary to India and complementary to India, whatever that means. In this Lahore meets London English that Shehbaz Sharif uses, he says to Vladimir Putin, I have absolutely no problem and I deeply respect your relationships with India. That's perfectly fine, he says, with an apologetic air. He says, sitting there adjusting his earpiece, he looks at Putin and he says, all that I ask of you, Vladimir Putin, all that I beg of you, I fall at your feet. Vladimir Putin, all that I want to be, we want to be also supplementary and complementary with India. He says to Putin, I also want to have good relations with you. He says, my relations with you will be supplementary to India and complementary to India. Now, who in this whole wide world, ladies and gentlemen, insults his own country like this? Where he says, basically, Pakistan's Prime Minister says, before the very powerful Vladimir Putin, he says, I don't want to have any independent equation with you. All I want to be like an earthworm, like a worm, like a diplomatic worm. I just want to be supplementary to India and complementary to India. Can you imagine a leader of any country saying to a leader of another country that I just want to be a country that has a supplementary and complementary relationship to another country? By saying so, by using this phrase, ladies and gentlemen, I want to be supplementary and complementary, ladies and gentlemen, to India, he's essentially acknowledging that he's a small country with a great deal of irrelevance. In fact, he was pleading with Putin out there. The way he behaved, he was like he's auditioning for a Pakistani movie where he wants Moscow's attention. He says that I just want to be treated somewhere like you treat India. But how can that happen, Shehbaz Sharif? How can that happen? He goes around saying to everybody, I want a special friendship package with you like you have a friendship package with India. But how can it happen? You are Pakistanis. You are Pakistan. There is no comparison between Pakistan and India. He goes further and he becomes so desperate at one point of time in this tragicomic meeting that he has had with Vladimir Putin. He says, I want to import Russian oil. Now, first of all, why would Russia sell any oil to Pakistan when it knows that in turn, Pakistan will come begging for financial aid from Russia? Why would anybody help anyone? He says, I'll buy Russian oil, hoping to get more leverage. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have seen on display in this meme fest that we saw at the SCO summit in China was Pakistan being shown its place. You see, because we gave them a ceasefire, we agreed to a ceasefire, they thought they will go around equalizing themselves with India. But the behavior, the way in which Shehbaz Sharif has been treated or mistreated, he stands like a chauffeur. He stands erect like a bellman, a chauffeur, watching big leaders like Modi and Putin chat. Nobody spoke to him. He stood there like a chauffeur, ladies and gentlemen. And then Shehbaz ran towards Putin and Xi, so excited, looking for a handshake moment, desperately trying to look for some relevance on the global stage, ran towards them, desperately hoping to get some kind of a acknowledgement, even putting his hand to his chest to mark his allegiance and loyalty to China. This craven obsequiousness, this earthworm type of behavior, this silly face, this stupid grin, And then when Narendra Modi stood shoulder to shoulder with Xi and Putin, Shehbaz is in the background, he's left sulking. And finally, what has happened right now, and that's the big news, is that Pakistan was shown its place when China refused to fund its $7 billion CPEC railway project, forcing Islamabad to run, as usual, with a gigantic Pakistani begging bowl to the Asian Development Bank for help. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've seen here is Pakistan bending over backwards. I want to end with a comment on Asif Munir. Asif Munir has been reduced to a prop. For some reason, Asif Munir has stopped wearing the army uniform. He is so embarrassed and so ashamed of representing the Pakistani army that at no foreign location, even in Pakistan, he is nowadays usually dressed in civilian clothes, right? And he's been completely ignored by Xi Jinping at the SCO event, but he was reduced to a prop at the SCO summit, Asif Munir. So all this excitement that I've got a lunch date with Donald Trump has come to absolutely nothing. In the fullness of things, as things stand today, and as we are watching this, you're listening to this broadcast, remember, Pakistan has been failing a lot. Pakistan begged the UN to drop the TRF's name from the Pahalgam terror resolution, but the TRF was designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the United States of America. The Pakistani media went very excited, saying that Trump is going to visit on a historic visit to Pakistan. The White House immediately humiliated them, insulted them by saying, "Are you out of your mind? There is nothing on the schedule." And now, the way in which he pleaded to Putin, saying that all I want to be is a country that will be supplementary and complementary to India, actually reinforces the tragedy of Pakistan's existence. It has reduced itself as a country to being a sideshow to India. And even that would be an overstatement. Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
He landed in Tianjin hoping to be a headline. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif instead was welcomed by low-ranking Chinese officials, almost a non-entity at the SCO. At the global summit, he jumped out of line like an excited child to shake hands with Putin, India's trusted ally. Shehbaz ended up embarrassing Pakistan. Watch the visual again. With Shehbaz Sharif at the table, Prime Minister Modi exposed Pakistan and its role in Pahalgam terror attack, ensuring that the Pahalgam mention and Pakistan's role even go into the Tianjin Declaration, a big win for India.
हाल ही में हमने पहलगाम में टेररिज्म का बहुत ही घिनौना रूप देखा। इस दुख की घड़ी में जो मित्र देश हमारे साथ खड़े रहे, मैं उनका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। यह हमला केवल भारत की अंतरात्मा पर भी आघात नहीं था, यह मानवता में विश्वास रखने वाले हर देश, हर व्यक्ति को खुली चुनौती थी। ऐसे में प्रश्न उठना स्वाभाविक है, क्या कुछ देशों द्वारा आतंकवाद का खुलेआम समर्थन हमें स्वीकार्य हो सकता है?
And then watch this visual that defines Shehbaz Sharif's existence in the global order. Watch how moments after Prime Minister Modi held both Xi Jinping and Putin's hands, and then they walked towards the photo gallery, Shehbaz looking from the corner of his eye, defining Pakistan's place in the world. As Modi and Putin became the global headline, a confused and desperate Shehbaz didn't fail to mention India's proximity to Moscow, even begging Putin to be friends with Islamabad.
I know, and I must say that we respect your relation with India. That's perfectly fine. But we also want to build very strong relations, and these relations will be supplementary and complementary for the good and for the progress and prosperity of the region. We imported oil from Russia, and that led to increase in our bilateral trade.
And then you have pictures from today's Victory Day parade in Beijing. Watch how he's the side story once again, as Xi Jinping walks with Kim Jong and Vladimir Putin. Shehbaz Sharif is only as good as his army chief who followed him to Tianjin. Duds at best.
It's so shameless. It's so shameless, you know. The way Pakistan is being treated, the way it is allowing itself to be treated. It's so amazing. I saw that visual out there. I want to start with Deepak Vora. GD Bakshi, good evening. Saurabh Shukla, good evening. And from Pakistan, the unfortunate country, Dr. Hamid Khan and Irshad Ahmad Khan from the PMLN, Abdul Samad Yaqub of the PTI, Javed Khan Jadoon from Islamabad is senior journalist. You know, I want to talk about visuals. Visuals. The first visual I found, I must talk about it, Deepak Vora, is when Xi Jinping is walking past and this fellow, Shehbaz Sharif, he tries to step forward like a child and he puts his hand to his chest, like tries to give some kind of a salute. He puts his hand to his chest, smiles like an idiot, and tries to step forward, and then the Chinese security push him back. The Chinese security push him back. This is not the visual. Run the right visual, please. Yeah. And run it nice and proper. Pakistanis should see. He comes forward for it. And he does this. Did you see this? Did you all see this? With a stupid expression on his face, steps forward and he pushed back by the Chinese security. Run it full frame, please. Yeah. Full frame, full frame. See the stupidity of his smile out there also. Hand on his chest and a stupid smile. And walking forward. What is this? GD Bakshi, what is this stupid behavior? What was he trying to do there? And why did the Chinese security have to push him back? GD Bakshi, please. GD Bakshi to start with, and then they'll come to Deepakji. Yeah.
You know, Arnab, Arnab, when a nation acts in such an obnoxiously opportunistic manner, look, let me put it straight. China has given almost $90 billion in loan to Pakistan. China has funded billions of dollars into the CPEC. 81% of Pakistan's military equipment, army, navy, air force comes from China. You see, they take all that, and Asim Munir says, I have purchased the President of the United States by the, Bitcoin deal. He's in my pocket. And he goes straight into the lap of Donald Trump. When they are in deep trouble in Op Sindoor, they don't go to China. They go to Donald Trump for a ceasefire. Mere aaka mujhe bacha.
Stay with that visual.
Okay?
No,
but the Chinese have liked
let's go with the visual. General Bakshi.
Chinese have shown him
tell the
his
story.
face.
General Bakshi, visuals tell the story. Did you see him do that do that chest salute
speaks a
to Xi
thousand
Jinping.
words.
What was that, GD Bakshi? What was that? What was that, GD Bakshi? What was it? Why did he come ahead
Arnab,
like a fool, put his
Arnab,
hand to his chest? What was he doing there?
Arnab, let me reply.
Yes, General Bakshi.
Arnab, may I, sir, with your kind permission? Thank you. Okay, Arnab, when you behave so obnoxiously, you see, when you rip the Americans of $31 billion and you keep Osama bin Laden in your country, then you do the same to the Chinese. The Chinese who've given you so much. You think Xi Jinping is blind? He does not see it? The Chinese are so foolish as to not see the way they are being taken for a ride. They have shown you your place. They have shown Pakistan its place for its comeuppance of Asim Munir. Mad Mullah Munir. That Zia Bhartiwala. The only seminary educated Pakistani general has brought Pakistan to this sad pass. He's hanging around there, Arnab, like a chaperoning the Prime Minister. Right?
But General Bakshi, this is a very unique kind of behavior. Let me get the Pakistanis in. This is a very unique behavior because you should not behave like this. You see, the point is, you are a Prime Minister of a country, however bankrupt or stupid or whatever you may be. You are the Prime Minister of a country. You can't be Irshad Ahmad Khan, Abdul Samad Yaqub first. You can't be stepping forward, smiling, trying to come out of line, put your hand on your chest,
Arnab,
bow down.
Something.
What is this behavior? Abdul Samad Yaqub, I never even saw Imran Khan behave like this. What is this?
Well, I believe that.
What is this, Shehbaz Sharif? Why did he behave like this, Abdul Samad Yaqub?
He must be gone through the mental checkup. I mean, I believe if he has gone through any mental checkup, he would be declared unfit for this post. Definitely, this clown Prime Minister who has such a disgraceful body language, I mean, is the most pathetic and the worst ever Prime Minister or a state, head of state, head of the government we have witnessed. So, this clown who knows that he's a puppet, he's a dummy Prime Minister, who could not even get elected as an MNA, as a member of National Assembly. So once, I mean, मैं फिर वो बात करता हूँ कि जाहिर है कि जेल में डाल के भी तो लेके घूमना है ना इसको वहाँ पे एज अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर शो भी तो करना है तो वो इसके गले में बस चेन नजर नहीं आ रही जिसको ये
नहीं अब्दुल समाज जी कोई इज्जत वाली बात होती है मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ अब्दुल समाज जी आपको मैं एक बात बताता हूँ आपने लेटेस्ट विजुअल्स देखे जो मिलिट्री परेड वाले विजुअल्स
देखे
क्या होता है कि जो बड़े जो हेड्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट होते हैं सामने होते हैं अब उसमें यू आर सीइंग हियर कि चाइना ने बोला पाकिस्तान को वो जाओ पीछे जाओ और बोला कि किम जोंग उन सामने आइए व्लादिमीर पुतिन सामने आइए और पीछे लाइक अ शोफर लाइक एन असिस्टेंट ही इज standing behind the visuals, please show the visuals when you're going up. You can't even see him. Did you see that, Deepak Bora ji? No, was he deliberately insulted? Are you seeing Xi Jinping has Vladimir Putin on one side, Kim Jong-un on the other? This man is wearing some white suit, is at the back. The security is trying to stop him. He's arguing with the security man, mujhe aage jane do. Are you seeing the visual? He is arguing with a security man. मैं अभी आगे जाना चाहता हूं. And the security man is holding him back. Irshad, are you seeing it? कुछ आपके दिमाग में अंदर आ रहा है. Are you realizing what's happened to you? Irshad and Deepak, astonishing sight there. Visuals tell the entire story. Deepak Bora, you see the visuals. This is a deliberate embarrassment.
जितने
Yes, Irshad and Deepak, क्या?
सुन रहा था मुझे बोलने दीजिए. जी मुझे बोलने दीजिएगा जितने एहतराम से मैंने सुना मुझे भी सुनिएगा एक चीज मैं बार बार आपके प्रोग्राम में कहता हूँ वो है शर्म जो आपके करीब से भी नहीं गुजरी आप हिंदुस्तानियों के पास से देखिए हर महफिल का हर जगह का एक आदाब होते हैं एक तरीकाकार होता है जैसा कि आपके भी वजीर यहाँ आए थे एक कॉन्फ्रेंस में पाकिस्तान फ्लैग के आगे खड़ा होना था, वो गलत जगह खड़े हो गए, तो हमने उनको डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया। फ्लैग आगे पीछे किया तो उस पर भी आपने बहुत प्रोपेगेंडा किया था, और हम हंसे थे इस बात पे, आपकी बेवकूफियों पे, और यहाँ भी हम हंस रहे हैं। मुझे ये बताइए कि मेरे वजीर आजम, मेरे आर्मी चीफ फील्ड मार्शल हाफिज आसिम मुनीर साहब वहां मौजूद, आपके वजीर आजम वहां से भागे क्यों? पहले तो ये बताइए। उन्होंने अपनी दुम दबाई और वहां से कॉन्फ्रेंस अधूरी छोड़ करके भाग गए। देखिए, शर्म की एक हद होती है, इंतहा होती है बेशर्मी की, कि जो आपको नहीं आती। देखिए, उनको मौजूद होना चाहिए था। और दूसरा, और
अब्दुल समद याकूब इज टेकिंग ऑन इरशाद।
देखिए, अब्दुल समद,
There was two different events, यार. There was two different events.
अब्दुल समद अपना मुंह बंद रखे, मुंह बंद रखे। आप मुझे बोलने दे, मैं आपके दरमियान में नहीं बोला। आपने मेरे वजीर आजम के खिलाफ, मेरे आर्मी चीफ के खिलाफ, हाफिज आसिम मुनीर के खिलाफ बोला, मैं नहीं बोला।
वेट दीपक जी, वेट।
मैं ये चाहता हूं कि शायद कभी आपको भी शर्म आ जाए, क्योंकि आप बिल्कुल टोटली बेशरम होते जा रहे हैं। आपको ख्याल नहीं है, एहसास नहीं है किस मंच पे आप बैठ के क्या बात करते हैं, और कौन से चैनल पे बैठ के, जो कि पाकिस्तान का इंतहाई जहरीला दुश्मन चैनल है, रिपब्लिक। मैं आता हूं, मैं क्या आता हूं, मैं अपने पाकिस्तान के आर्गुमेंट के लिए आता हूं, मैं पाकिस्तान के दिफा के लिए आता हूँ। आप आते हैं पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ जहर डालने के लिए आते हैं।
रिपब्लिक भारत का सबसे बड़ा नेटवर्क है।
मेरे वजीर आजम,
रिपब्लिक भारत का सबसे बड़ा नेटवर्क है।
पाकिस्तान का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन है रिपब्लिक। मैं कह रहा हूं, मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं, भारत का बड़ा चैनल है, लेकिन पाकिस्तान का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन चैनल।
आप रिपब्लिक के बारे में छोड़ दीजिए। रिपब्लिक बहुत बुरा है पाकिस्तानियों के लिए। बट आंसर द क्वेश्चन, देखिए वो छोड़ दीजिए। इरशाद जी, आई एम नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द वे इन विच योर प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैज बीन ट्रीटेड। No, Hamid, I'm coming. Hamid जी ने, इरशाद जी, आप लोग, आपके साथ जो हुआ बहुत बुरा हुआ, उसके लिए मैं आपको तसल्ली नहीं दे सकता। You have been treated badly. I feel bad for you. You have my sympathies. You have my sympathies. You have my sympathies. मैं उससे ज्यादा क्या कर सकता हूँ?
Okay. अच्छा, let me tell you.
हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर वहां पे गए क्योंकि उनको व्लादिमीर पुतिन और जी जिनपिंग के साथ डिटेल डिस्कशंस करनी थी।
और वो मैं जवाब दूं।
Question is Deepak Vora. Deepak Vora, I want to bring you in with the next visual. Actually, it's not a visual. It is a phrase called supplementary and complementary. अब शहबाज शरीफ को वहां पे पुतिन ने पूछा, this is a reality, that how do you want to be treated? He said that, see, I want to be treated as supplementary and complementary to India. He didn't say, I want to be treated well, I want to build a relation with you. He said, you have a very strong relation with India, this is very good, but you make us supplementary and complementary. This is you don't talk this language.
May I join in, sir?
I mean, Deepak Vora, please, Mr. Vora, on supplementary, complementary, and a lot more.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm coming in, sir. Thank you very much. As always, great pleasure to be with you. First, let me stop laughing, sir. The way you put it across is brilliant. No wonder you're the world's greatest anchor. What an amazing channel. Now, let me put it to you like this. The car is moving, General Bakshi, Mr. Goswami, and all the others. The front two tires could be India. The back two tires could be Russia. The Pakistani fellow is saying, please make me the Stepney at least. Make me the spare wheel. Let me join in. Sir, 52 years in diplomacy, I've never seen this kind of humiliation. There is their security. The Pakistani fellow must have had some security. Then there's the Chinese security. They would have agreed in advance. We always do that. Look, can my chap come up? But he obviously barged his way in and was pushed away. I have never seen this in 52 years in diplomacy. Finally, I heard one of our Pakistani colleagues, I'm surprised he didn't raise Kashmir. He will in a moment. He says that, why did your Prime Minister leave? Tiger, we were not invited to the parade. It was an anti-Japan parade. And had we been invited, we would not have attended the parade, sir. Hear me out, sir. We would not have attended it. First. Second, the document that was signed, sir, at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit is not something that the heads of state sit and negotiate. It was discussed weeks ago. Diplomats, we send the draft. We say, ye kariye, ye add kariye, don't add this, remove this. And then the fact that we have named the terror attack in Pahalgam means that your government had to decide जाएं कि ना जाएं, वहां तो हमारी पतलून उतर जाएगी. They finally decided to come. That was a decision that they took. Pakistan was humiliated, sir. I've never seen this kind of behavior. Sir, 6 देशों में राजदूत रह चुका हूं. मैंने ऐसा कभी नहीं देखा इस type of treatment. And see the respect.
दुनिया की ताकत बन के सामने है.
And see the respect given to. Sir, मैंने आपको इंटरप्ट नहीं किया था. आप खामोश हो जाइए. आप मुंह पे जिप लगा दीजिए. Sir, I just want. Sir, this guy will raise Kashmir.
टांगे कांपती हैं आप लोगों की.
This guy is going to raise Kashmir now, sir. General Bakshi, can you tell him to keep quiet? He doesn't listen to me.
पाकिस्तान के वजीर आज़म के सामने सिर्फ अपने चैनल पे बैठ के बोल सकते हैं आप. खड़े होइए जाकर
खामोश हो जाएंगे सर. We are talking of the meeting. We are talking of the meeting, sir. In China, we are not talking about your fellows, your fellows whose boots you lick. We are not talking about that. We are talking about the SCO summit, sir. आप खामोश हो जाइए. Sir, can you tell him to keep quiet? Switch off his microphone, please. This guy won't listen. So basically,
Bill, only the Indians be speaking, and you won't let us. Arnab, that's the issue that we.
Javed and Hamid. At an international summit, you are being sidelined. You are being treated like dirt. And that too in China, in your mother country. This shows you how much the Chinese like you, respect you or trust you, sir. Seek jaiye, sir. The message is loud and clear. आप नहीं देखना चाहते, that is up to you. मैं आपको एक चीज और बता देता हूँ. Let me conclude, sir. Mr. Goswami, I heard your previous show where you were talking about the attack canines, etc. There are 2 Rottweilers that Mr. McDonald Trump is looking after. One is a fellow called Peter Bizarro. He uses him to attack us. The other is this fool Marshall. He also uses him to attack the rest of the world. These 2 Rottweilers are dangerous characters. And in China, people knew who these fellows were, stayed away from them. I rest my case, sir.
Okay. Okay, Arnab. Will you let me talk now?
Javed ji, I just before you come in, and I want to give you a full say. Javed ji and Hamid Khan will speak next, and my friend Saurabh will join in right after that. You see, the only point we are asking you is this, that security people of Xi Jinping had to stop Shehbaz twice, physically. First, when he was behind and he tried to push his way through to come close to Kim Jong-un, then the security in Xi Jinping told him that you please stay at the back, and he was pushing. It was a very humiliating moment. The second is when he put his hand to his heart, like right hand, he did this whole to the heart, leaned forward, tried to come, and Xi did not even look at him. And the security pushed him back again. This is not good behavior. This is not to rush like a child to try and get an autograph moment with Putin and Xi.
Give me a couple of minutes now. Give me a couple of minutes.
You understand how desperate, unbecoming.
Arnab,
yes.
Okay, let's have
real
conversation. Let's have real conversation.
Yes, Javed ji, go on.
I think this gentleman who is supposed to be a diplomat, he should know that where China and India stood. Where was Galwan and what happened to India? And then Jaishankar, Ajit Doval and Rajnath Singh, and then Prime Minister Modi rushed to China. एक माफीनामा लेकर गए when they were shunned by President Trump. Tariffs were imposed 50%. Now, where is the China containment policy now? Where is the Indo-Pacific containment policy now? It's the same China and the same India. India wanted to be the policeman of Asia-Pacific region, and then they started getting weapons from the United States. They wanted to contain China, particularly at the Malacca Strait. Now, all of a sudden, why this U-turn? And now you go to China with a begging bowl that, oh, please forgive us. India. No, please let me complete. No, I think we can have a conversation, but we can't have barbs like what he was talking about.
You're a small country. Javed, let me explain one thing to you. You are less than 1/10. You are not even 10% the size of the Indian economy. You are a small country. You just need to understand that big countries can have disagreements and agreements. It happens between big countries. You are not a player. You are like Mozambique.
Long-standing relations
he does not understand the concept
you
of
only
strategic
started
autonomy.
getting.
You are like Maldives, Mozambique.
When we were partners,
आपने अपना कह दिया, आप सुन लीजिए,
India was talking about
आपने कह दिया, गलत बयानी कर ली, अब सुन लीजिए आप. What you don't understand the concept of strategic autonomy.
me say one
Pakistan
thing.
today under
understand?
Shehbaz Sharif, it at best is a geopolitical footnote. Nothing more than that.
What about
That's
Prime
what
Minister
you are.
Modi?
India
that he
today
planted
is
itself
accorded
between
a high table
President Putin
by
and
different
President
forums.
Xi.
This is
Have you forgotten those
the
images, the
new
memes in India
which
being
you
made
cannot
about
digest
Prime Minister
and
Modi?
post. And what
Let us
what
talk
is
about
there?
Modi as well. Let us
Arnab,
talk about Modi as
what
well.
is there visible
Laughing
on the
without
face
any
of the
reason.
Prime Minister is the
Laughing without any
aftershock
reason.
of
Is he a
India's,
clown? Isn't he a clown? A
victory
joker?
Javed.
over
Let's talk
you
about your own Prime
in
Minister as well.
Operation
Haven't
Sindoor.
you seen
That's
those
the
images?
aftershock that was visible on your Prime Minister's face.
Haven't you? Please admit
You
that
haven't even
your Prime
realized
Minister
what
presented
has
himself
hit
as
you.
a joker, as a clown, as far as that,
No.
that particular image is concerned. President Putin and
don't
President
mislead people. You know what Shehbaz Sharif is.
Javed, listen.
He was
Javed.
laughing,
His
laughing
boss
like
was
a
Javed.
asking Munir.
He
That's
didn't
what.
even know
Ja-
what
And
he
he was
Javed,
behaving
one
like a
minute. Javed,
clown.
let
That's what
Javed,
he's
let
supposed
Saurabh
to do.
explain a couple of things to you. One minute.
Yeah.
No, Saurabh, they're
Arnab,
disturbed.
I want
They're
to
very disturbed.
explain
right now.
to
You must
him
first of all
that
understand
there
about
is
the Pakistani
in
situation.
the world, in a multipolar world order,
when you
there is
talk
a
about
concept of
Shehbaz
strategic
Sharif, you
autonomy.
talk about
India
Modi as
adopts
well.
that. India gets the pride of place whether it's at the SEO or any global forum. Your Prime Minister, in fact, I'll tell you what the joke was at the SEO summit. That people were worried that Shehbaz Sharif will come with a begging bowl and ask us for some money. That's the reason people were running away. So that was the kind of joke
Haven't
that
you
is
seen the
that
memes
your
in
country
India
has
about
become
Modi?
today. You have to realize
Haven't you seen
that
the memes in
you
India
have to
about
smell the
Modi?
coffee after Operation Sindoor.
Laughing and joking
India
without
gave you a
understanding
crushing
what was
defeat,
being discussed
and you are
between President
nowhere.
Putin and
India
President Xi.
today is a
Have you
global
forgotten?
power,
I mean, when
has
you
a
talk
good
about
relationship
Prime
with
Minister
the West,
Shehbaz Sharif,
has a good
then why
relationship
can't
with
we
other
talk
countries
about
of the world.
Prime Minister Modi? Prime Minister Modi, what he was doing?
No,
Laughing, joking,
Prime Minister
without
Modi,
let me
even
try
knowing
once
what was
again.
happening
You see,
in India.
Hamid.
Prime Minister
Hamid.
Modi and India's
No,
strategic
Hamid, we are
interest
now.
was upheld even by Chinese
It is
in
same
the joint
China.
statement.
It is same China
No.
which bloodied your nose in
China,
Galwan, isn't it? Isn't it? The same China which
do you know
bloodied
what
your
has
nose
happened
in
since
Galwan.
then? The Chinese
Now,
have come
Javed,
back
I'll
and
tell you
forth
one thing.
asking
Javed.
It is
India
same
for a
China you
reproach.
hate the
Javed, 1
most.
minute. Saurabh, let me explain to. Saurabh, 1 minute. Let me explain to Javed. Okay, Javed Khan Jadoon, listen to me now. See, listen. There are countries and there are countries. If you see the visuals from the SCO, and I want to bring in Hamid out here. You see, in the visuals at the SCO, there is always a trilateral that is going on all the time, on 8 or 9 different occasions, right? Between Modi, Xi, and Putin. These are 3 of the world's 4 superpowers. There are 4 superpowers in the world today, right?
So you become a superpower
Russia,
now. India has become a superpower
India,
now.
China, and the US. And these countries are defined as
You can
superpowers
claim
on the
you are
basis
the
of the
only
economic clout and strategic depth. Yeah,
This
no,
is
we are not the only
obnoxious, Arnab,
superpower.
calling
There are
yourself
4.
a
There are
superpower.
4 right now. This is the global commentary. This is the global commentary. Now, my question to Hamid is, see, Hamid, everywhere Modi was welcomed by Xi, by Putin as an equal. All 3 countries always on the front line, the other countries at the back. Shehbaz was always kept at the very end of the line. I don't know whether it is because of the reason Saurabh shared, that people are scared of shaking hands with Shehbaz because his only thing is, I will have relation with you supplementary and complementary, but you give me money. So nobody wanted to meet Shehbaz, and that is reality. He got a very few bilaterals in. Now, question is, Hamid, China has refused to. Now, I'm not saying next you will blame India for this, but you see, now we are a powerful country. We are a powerful country. As we become closer economically with China, and we have our own strategic axis, and we could do the same with US tomorrow, no problem. The fact is, Pakistan has gone back asking the Asian Development Bank for a
Can I say something now, Arnab?
to fund the project that China has pulled out of, which is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Why has China refused funding? Specific question to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, forcing you to go to the ADB.
Okay.
Why have they
Arnab,
refused
you
you
are known
funding?
for doing Arnab, you are known for doing the stories on fabricated things. The reality is very clear that since we have defeated you badly in this May, the world has given us a very respectable place where we have,
Sorry, don't bore
Alhamdulillah,
me.
enjoying
Can you get
the
out of
great
your
friendship with America,
moronic
at the
zone and
same time
become
with
real?
China. At
General
the
Bakshi,
same time, we are
General Bakshi,
getting
hit him
much
back,
more
General Bakshi.
importance.
Throw
At
Brahmos
the
at him.
same time, we are getting much more
एक नाक पर
importance
down.
in the world platform. That is the reality. If you understand that this is the time when India has been humiliated by China, by America, by Russia, you need to understand that your Modi have failed diplomatically, your
Take those
foreign ministry
visuals.
have failed,
Russia
your
is with
Ajit
us,
Deval's
sir.
doctrine is failed. The reality is that Pakistan is now on the world map with a
Which
power,
world are you
with a
in,
power who has defeated India, with a power, with the reality that this is the
Can you
upcoming
the
power
mic
of
there?
South Asia, and Pakistan is the only country, let's be very realistic, who is enjoying the great relations with America, with Iran, with China at the same time, because the world has understood that this is the time when they understand the false flag operations
General
of
Bakshi.
India. The
General
Let me
Bakshi.
tell you the reality. The false
Sir,
flag
have you
operations
finished?
of
General Bakshi will put you in your place
Modi's
right now. Over to General
Pahalgam
Bakshi.
operation
General
and all
Gagandeep
these
Bakshi.
operations.
Thank you, sir.
Out of breath,
General
man.
The
Bakshi.
reality.
You'll faint. Have you
And
finished?
you are
Okay,
absolutely
we
fair.
heard you. We heard you. I've
I have
applauded
defeated
you. You know, your self-proclaimed new superpower on the
Uh,
block. You look. When you're prime minister, you know,
we have proved
it's
it that we
treated
are
like a
better than
butler by
India
your
in
own army
conventional
chief.
war.
And
We have
sir,
proved
I
it
heard
that
you
we are
with
better than
patience.
India.
Please show
We
equal
have
patience.
defeated India.
I have
America.
heard you with enough amount of patience, sir.
Yes.
मैंने आपको अपलॉड भी कर दिया है.
7-0.
अब जरा सुन लीजिए.
General
Please
GD
be
Bakshi, our
a
Pakistan Air
gentleman.
Force score
This is a discussion
7-0.
amongst gentlemen.
7 shot.
हाँ, we heard you about the Pakistan Air Force. वो
Seven.
धरे रहिए अपने पास. हाँ,
जी,
अपनी
Pakistan
चोटें
Air
मत
Force
छुपाइए
shot down
साहब. अच्छा
7
देखिए
fighter
मैंने
jets,
सुना
5
बड़ी
Rafales.
तहजीब से
This is the
मैंने बड़ी
recognized
तहजीब
and
से सुना है
attested by
जनाब.
the rest of the world.
हमारे यहाँ
The whole
गुफ्तगू का
world have
मतलब आप बोलें और फिर सुने.
Pakistan's
अब
power.
सुन लीजिए
अरे मैं आपको एक
चिल्लाइए
रियलिटी, 1
मत.
घंटा
सुन
मैंने आपको
लीजिए.
सुना.
अच्छा
अब आप मेरी
देखिए
भी तो
मैं
बात
आपको
सुने ना.
बताना चाहता हूँ
1 घंटा मैंने आपको सुना.
जिस देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर को डोनाल्ड ट्रंप नहीं बुलाते, जिस देश के प्रेसिडेंट को डोनाल्ड ट्रंप नहीं बुलाते, वो उसके आर्मी चीफ को 2 बार बुला के खाना खिलाते हैं. ठीक है साहब, आपको आपकी औकात समझ आ गई. आपके पॉलिटिशियंस की औकात समझ आई कि नहीं आई? तभी आपको साहब बटलर की तरह खड़ा किया हुआ था वहां. इसको बटलर नहीं कहते तो और क्या कहते?
फील्ड मार्शल ने
नहीं साहब, क्योंकि यू हैव इनवाइटेड दिस ऑन योरसेल्फ. सब लोग कहते हैं साहब ही इज नॉट इन कंट्रोल. इसका तो आर्मी चीफ साथ आया है, इसको क्या बोलने क्या कहने. और सिविल ड्रेस डाल के आया है एज द नेक्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान. कब हटा रहे हैं आपके जरदारी साहब को? कब जा रहे हैं आपके ये शहबाज शरीफ तो बहुत है बेचारे. अभी तो ऐसे बटलर जैसे खड़े हैं. इफ यू आर नॉट इन कंट्रोल ऑफ योर आर्मी चीफ, आपको और मुल्क क्या इज्जत देंगे? आप अगर आर्मी चीफ बोलता है कि मुझे नहीं, सुन लो 1 मिनट. अगर आर्मी चीफ बोलता है मुझे हिलाले जुर्रत दो, आपने कभी सुना है कि आर्मी चीफ बोला मेरे को हिलाले जुर्रत बनाओ? महावीर चक्र के बराबर है साहब. हमारे लेफ्टिनेंट कैप्टन मेजर कर्नल्स को मिलता है शौहरत दिखाने के लिए मैदान जंग में. आपका आसिम मुनीर मरियम बंकर में रहा. मरियम बंकर
आप इतने
मालूम है कि नहीं? वहां पे छुपा रहा. आपने उसको हिलाले जुर्रत दिया है, उसको फील्ड मार्शल बुलाया है. अरे साहब, किसी को मार्शल बनाना था तो आप बाबर सिद्धू को मार्शल ऑफ द एयरफोर्स बुलाते. हाँ, मार्शल कम से कम लड़ा, मार खाई दूसरी बात है. लड़ा तो ये
मेरा दुश्मन किसी से इतना खौफजदा है.
आपने कभी सुना है एक आर्मी चीफ को हिलाले जुर्रत? अरे जवाब देना यार, जवाब दे. मैं तेरे से पूछ रहा हूँ कि आसिम मुनीर को हिलाले जुर्रत तुमने कभी सुना है? तुम्हारी फौज हंस रही होगी यार. एक आर्मी चीफ को हिलाले जुर्रत दिया जाता है.
फील्ड मार्शल रात को
हिलाले जुर्रत
आता है. फील्ड मार्शल आपको
नहीं हिलाले जुर्रत
ख्वाब में
महावीर
आपकी तरह
चक्र
है।
के बराबर है
आपको
साहब
पता है
हमारी
ये
फौज
बात?
में।
क्योंकि
वो
उसने
दिए
कहा
जाते
कि
हैं
वो
हमारे
मार्क्स
जो
नहीं देगा।
जूनियर ऑफिसर्स हैं, जो
फील्ड मार्शल ने
जेसीओ
कहा कि
जवान
वो
हैं,
मार्क्स नहीं
जो
देगा।
मैदान
more visual.
अगर
अगले
इंडिया हम
मोर्चे
पे
में
अटैक करेगा,
I'll show
इंडिया
one more
पानीपत
visual.
करेगा,
मैदान
तो हम
जंग के
इंडिया
I'll show one more visual, and ladies and gentlemen,
हाँ, आसिम मुनीर को
ladies and gentlemen, I want to show one more
इंडिया
visual.
को
Hamid ji, there is one more visual. One visual, by the way, by the way, by the way, by the way,
very clear that
by the way, Ambassador Bora, एक और visual है, Ambassador Bora. There's one more visual. When Narendra Modi and Vladimir Putin are walking down because they are in the front and all the smaller countries are at the
they
back.
have been kicked out
And the visual
from
है वहाँ
Chinese
पे.
parade.
Where,
India is not even invited on the Chinese
when he was
parade.
walking in,
Right.
you have to look,
And
see
what
the
a
look
shame
on
and
one minute. Can I
humiliation
just?
for India.
That's
What a
when
shame.
Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping are walking in. Full frame with these visuals, please, for a minute. I want to describe the visuals. Both the leaders are in deep conversation. And Putin and Modi don't even acknowledge Shehbaz Sharif, who stands there like a chauffeur. He's standing like a darban out there. And he realizes that he's been totally snubbed. Kisne acknowledge nahi kiya. He's angry. His eyes shift. But you see the powerful leaders like Modi, Xi, Putin, they don't have to acknowledge people like Shehbaz Sharif. This picture, this still image, ये जब पाकिस्तान में लोग देखते हैं कि एक हाथ में हाथ पकड़ के वहां पे, first of all, you should not stand like that. And his eyes are moving. He is saying, Modi and Putin did not even acknowledge me. मुझे कुछ करना पड़ेगा. ये विजुअल जब देख रहे हैं आप, दीपक वोरा, are you seeing this visual? Are you seeing this visual? It's not a nice thing for Pakistanis to see this, but they must see it. Javed Khan Jadoon should see it. You have seen this. Deepak Vora, have you seen this visual? Your thoughts on this? On this snap?
Two very powerful, two of the leaders of two of the world's four superpowers are ignoring this man who stands like a chastised schoolboy. When will they accept the reality? Oh, we did this to India, we did that to India, we did nothing. Come on, there is something called fantasy. There's something else called reality. He was ignored by two powerful leaders because you may be whatever you want. The reality, sir, after 52 years in diplomacy. Will you keep quiet, sir? Do you know how to keep quiet, sir? Can you shut him off, sir?
Because you are speaking for the last
After
50
52
minutes.
years in diplomacy,
You are talking for the
I
last-
have
for the
never
last 50
seen
minutes.
this level of humiliation. Not even acknowledging the chap, not even a smile, not even a nod. Come on, he should have walked out, your fellow, and
You
said,
are
look,
repeating yourself
I've been
over
ignored.
and over
He
and
didn't
over
do that,
again.
so he doesn't have the courage to do
The
that.
same sentence you're repeating over and over.
It doesn't
and
matter to
over
me, sir,
again.
because you don't learn. Because your brains are closed. Sir, your brain is on vacation. Kindly listen to what I'm saying, sir. You are not willing to listen. You want to listen to your own voice. Anyway, carry on, sir. There's nothing, Mr. Goswami, there's nothing we can teach this guy. His mind is closed. He's left his mind behind.
Why are you behaving like a clown?
He's
Why are you
sold his
behaving like a
mind.
joker?
Sir, please, sir. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in whatever you are saying. The reality is the
then
reality.
let me speak then.
You can
Then let me
invent all the
speak.
fiction that
Let
you
me
want,
speak.
sir.
If you have no substance, then let me speak.
I'm not the person,
Let
sir.
me
You have
speak
to
then.
ask our anchor. Our anchor has to
what are
bring
you
you in,
talking
sir,
about?
not me, sir. I'm
Have
not
you
the
made
anchor,
any
sir.
sense for the last
Please ask
50
Mr.
minutes? You
Goswami.
haven't-
I'm only one of the people
Just
on the
one
panel,
sentence.
sir.
One sentence you keep repeating, man.
Sir, will you
At
keep
least
quiet,
you would
sir?
have some sense.
I did
You're a
not
diplomat.
interrupt. I did not interrupt you,
Diplomat should
sir.
be talking like a
Will you
diplomat.
keep quiet, sir? Do you have any manners, sir, or you don't have those?
Should I give you?
You
should I
may
give
come
the
to a
field day?
finishing school, we'll teach you,
You keep
sir.
talking nonsense.
We'll teach
I
you
should
manners.
keep listening to you.
You don't seem to have
No,
any manners,
you
sir.
want me to listen to your nonsense?
You
over
keep
and
quiet,
over
sir.
and over and over again?
I did not interrupt. Mr. Goswami, let him speak. The poor chap will have a heart attack if you don't let him speak.
If you're a
He'll have a brain
diplomat, let us
stroke.
talk some
let him
sense
speak.
now.
Go on,
He's feeling bad.
Why don't we talk about bilateral
52
relations
years, sir.
between
52
New Delhi
years.
and
More
Beijing?
than your age, sir.
I mean, I'm
The
very
kind of
surprised
stuff that you
a
talk,
diplomat
sir,
like you.
we can't accept this,
what
sir.
I'm- what
ये
I'm
अफसाना है,
requesting
सर.
you- what
हकीकत
I'm
कोई और
requesting
है.
you is,
जिस
let us
तरह
have
से
some
उसको
kind of a
isolate और
real
ignore करिए,
conversation.
आपकी
Let
मर्जी.
us have some
आप
real
रिक्वेस्ट पे आ गए हो.
Instead of
अब request
zeroing
पे आ
in
गए
on
हो.
one photograph, one footage, you keep talking about it. Why can't we talk about Beijing and New Delhi's relations where they stood and where they stand now. You are a diplomat, you should be talking about that.
That's
Have you
not the
forgotten
issue,
Galvan?
sir. That's
Have you
not the issue.
forgotten the humiliation?
That's
your
not. Oh,
forces
don't tell me
supported
what I
Galvan
should
in
talk about,
2020?
sir. Which diplomatic school did you go
Saurabh,
to?
Saurabh, Saurabh.
That you are telling me how diplomatic
where is the
Can I-
containment
can I-
policy?
guys,
China
आप
containment
diplomacy
policy.
सीखने
Where is that? Where
Let's
is that?
talk about Deepak ji. Deepak ji, allow me, sir.
Only because
He
only
said,
because
where
you
is
were
India's
snubbed.
relationship with
Only
Beijing
because
earlier
you were
and now?
snubbed by
See,
America.
this is what
You
a
were
new
snubbed
India
by
does.
Trump.
We have a great
Trump.
relationship
Now,
with
you're
almost
getting
every
closer.
country,
You're
and we
getting
agree
close.
to
Why are you
disagree
laughing? Why are you
at our
laughing?
own terms, not a
If
begging
you
bowl
don't have
country
any
like
argument, start
Pakistan.
laughing, huh?
Today, if we are talking to China, we are talking to China with on our own terms. We made sure that the Tianjin Declaration
Overnight,
had India's
this
core
has happened
interests served.
overnight.
The Prime Minister of India made sure that he's there at SCO, whether he is in Washington or in Beijing. India talks
Remember
on
that
its
what
own
Prime Minister
terms.
Modi
This is the new
said
India,
about President
near
Xi?
India, sir, which you cannot
Remember
digest.
that?
You
What
cannot
he said
digest the
about his
fact that
eyes?
under Narendra Modi's leadership,
No.
this is the India
No,
which
please
is
let me say
respected
something.
by every country in the world.
Have you
Because of the
forgotten?
fact you have
No,
suffered
but
a
have you
crushing
forgotten
defeat in
what your Prime Minister
Sindoor.
said about
That's
No,
this
President
is
Xi?
the
the fact is, why don't you
afterthought
understand,
of that
Javed,
defeat.
Javed,
China,
Javed,
Prime Minister
Javed, why don't you
China.
understand? Why don't you understand? Listen, Javed, I need to tell you something, and you please listen to me, Javed. See,
Go on.
listen. Just hear me out for a minute. See, don't mind.
give me a
You
couple of
guys got a
minutes
little
afterwards.
overexcited. We hit you with our Brahmos. You went to America. America, said that we will try and help you. Then you asked your people, we want to have a ceasefire with India. We agreed. Then Trump invited Asif Munir for lunch because he wanted to keep you as backup during the bombing of Iran. Do you understand what you have become? You are a backup country. You have no position. आपकी कोई हैसियत नहीं है. ईरान बॉम्बिंग के समय ट्रंप ने बोला मैं इसको बैकअप में रखता हूं मुनीर को. The same Munir who does not wear the uniform nowadays. By the way, another thing, General Bakshi, let me tell you, he's ashamed of wearing the Pakistani army uniform. Uniform नहीं पहनते, civilian clothes में, suit and tie में घूम रहा है आजकल. The point is, you got excited. You felt your position in the world has changed. Now your position in the world can never change unless you become strong economically, which you are not and will never be.
No, Arnab, give me 2 minutes.
The
now, at
fundamentals
least 2
of
minutes.
geopolitics are rooted in economic resilience.
Okay, I will.
No,
I will
I'll
talk
give you
about the
more than 2
fundamentals-
minutes, but you need to
fundamentals
understand.
of economics and foreign policy. But give me 2 minutes,
Javed,
Arnab, please. Give me
Javed,
2
you
minutes,
need to
okay?
figure things
Okay.
out of your own
Okay,
pace. Yeah.
just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
Javed, don't-
let us talk
yeah.
some real thing now. Now you talked
Javed,
about
do you like to
Iran,
see your
talked
do you
about-
like to see your
No, no,
prime
no, no.
minister behave like this? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay,
Forget everything. 2 minutes. I'll
give
give
me
you
2
20 minutes. Do you like to see your prime minister being pushed by security people in China, trying to get ahead of Kim Jong Un, trying to put his hand to his heart and come in line, and then Chinese security push him back?
But Arnab,
Being ignored by
move
Modi
beyond
and Putin, looking angry and upset.
that. Let us move beyond that, please.
No, I do not want to go beyond it because pictures don't lie. Pictures, why should I go beyond the pictures? Why do you not want to discuss the pictures? Because it makes you feel humiliated, right? You're feeling humiliated, right? Seeing your prime minister being treated like this.
You committed 2 minutes to me, then let me
Yeah,
answer.
but you
I mean,
feel
you made your
humiliated
point.
seeing
You
your
made
prime
your
minister
point.
treated like this.
Give me 2 minutes. Then let me
No,
talk
but
about
I
that
made my
particular
point. Did you
issue.
get my point? Did you understand?
But now listen to me as well. Na? You made your point. Let me make mine now. Then why we don't talk about that particular image where Prime Minister Modi planted himself between President Xi and President Putin, laughing and joking without even understanding what they were talking about. And there are memes in India, not in Pakistan. I'm talking about the memes in India. You're very eminent people on social media, on X, etc. This is what they're saying.
You're so
I mean,
stupid.
Prime Minister
You're
Modi,
so stupid.
Prime Minister Modi, has he
Javed, the
behaved
Prime
differently,
Minister, Narendra Modi
behaved
and Vladimir
differently?
Putin sat in an hour for a car. Saurabh will respond to you. You're not seeing things.
Good for it.
You're seeing marbles. You're not understanding what's going on in the world today. You've been sidelined. You got excited. You're back in your place.
President Putin and Prime
You're
Minister
back where you
Modi
started.
rode in his car
Saurabh.
to discuss something.
Just look at that.
Did you know that
Just look at that.
Prime Minister
So have you come
Modi
down
and
to that
President
level?
Putin had a car ride? They discussed
come down
some
to that level
important
now.
things. Your prime minister was nowhere close. And what the picture that you're talking about is three global leaders, President Xi, Prime Minister Modi, President Putin, talking something about global affairs. This is not like your prime minister who was standing like a clown. You should accept that under Shehbaz Sharif, Pakistan is a footnote. Pakistan is a footnote in geopolitics. Your army chief has really embarrassed you post Sindoor, and you cannot digest the fact that these are the aftershock of a crushing defeat.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going into breaking news format right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going into breaking news mode on the big story of this evening, the biggest story of the day, and possibly one of the biggest economic stories of the year.
What a fall, man. What a fall for a country like India with 1.42 billion people. You're saying that he sat in his car. He sat in his car. What an achievement, gentlemen, what an achievement.
See, Javed, whatever is happening, ask Abdul Samad, do you feel good? Abdul Samad, all these visuals out here. What has it really told you? What is the bigger story that the government in Pakistan needs to understand? Can you please tell Javed? Yeah, Isha, Abdul
Samad representing
Pakistan. जब शहबाज शरीफ ऑपोजिशन लीडर था तो इसके बारे में एक बात मशहूर हुई थी कि ये आर्मी चीफ से कार की डिक्की में चुप के मिलने जाया करता था। तो अभी मेंस की बात करें जावेद साहब, तो हमारे एक्स के ऊपर चल रहा है कि जब पुतिन और मोदी जी जब बैठे थे गाड़ी में, तो हमारे यहाँ कहा गया कि शहबाज शरीफ भी गाड़ी में मौजूद था लेकिन डिग्गी में था। तो क्योंकि इसको डिग्गी में बैठने का बड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है, जो पब्लिक वोट से ना आया, जो मैंडेट से ना आया,
कम ऑन कट इट राइट,
वो इंटरनेशनल फोरम में बर्दाश्त करनी पड़ेगी। तो शहबाज शरीफ को जो ह्यूमिलिएशन बर्दाश्त करनी पड़ेगी है, nobody respected
which side are you now?
Louder. मैंडेट से नहीं आया।
You can have a difference of opinion, Samad, but ridiculing your own prime minister, you may have differences with them politically.
I don't admit him as a prime minister. He is not my prime minister. I mean, with the stolen mandate, I don't admit him a prime minister.
But remember, Samad, you're not ridiculing the prime minister. You are ridiculing your own country. I'm sorry, you're a friend. You're ridiculing your own country.
I'm talking about the specific so-called prime minister. डमी प्राइम मिनिस्टर, बूट लिंकर प्राइम मिनिस्टर, उसकी कोई रिस्पेक्ट नहीं। मैं नहीं मानता उसको प्राइम मिनिस्टर, मैं नहीं मानता उसको। आप उसको रिस्पेक्ट नहीं, मैं नहीं मानता।
I mean, Arnab is trapping you and you get trapped. Arnab says, okay, Samad, come on, attack your own country, and you attack your own country.
Stance from the day first. Javed sahab, I am keeping this stance from the day first. Arnab know it very well. That I do not respect this prime minister. This is the disgraceful, I mean, even this is the shame for me that such kind of a clown is my prime minister.
But why didn't you talk about Prime Minister Modi? Why didn't you talk about Prime Minister Modi? Okay, you criticize your own prime minister. Then what about what I pointed out when Prime Minister Modi planted himself between the two? He was just laughing and joking. Wasn't it people? Why didn't you mention that?
With the Prime Minister Modi. But I cannot deny his public mandate. I mean, he got the popular vote.
No, we are not talking about the public mandate, Samad. We are talking about those
Pakistanis have a lot of time to discuss the behavior of their Prime Minister. But here in India, we are into serious business. We are into serious business, ladies and gentlemen. I want to flash the news out here because we are working 24/7. You see, we are going to be a 5 trillion economy, a 10 trillion economy soon. We're going to be the third largest economy. We are a $15 to $16 trillion economy in purchasing power parity terms. We're going to be a $29 trillion economy in purchasing power parity terms. And you know why that happens? That's because our country is working hard all the time. And those are the visuals of Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister. And that's a flash visual that's coming in as she reaches the National Media Center. We are on standby for a GST Council meeting announcement. You would remember, viewers, this was a promise made by the Prime Minister in the Independence Day speech where he says, before Diwali, we're going to give the people of the country a reason to celebrate. We're told that in Republic, there are going to be 3 GST slabs, 5%, 18% and 40% for only a few special categories. And that announcement is going to be made in a very, very short time. Nirmala Sitharaman is saying something to the media, but she's basically saying, wait for the statement, wait for the briefing. I'm not saying anything right now. And that's going to be the big story. I'm going to be back. This is a breaking news evening, back in 3 or 4 minutes with the latest announcements on the GST rate change by the Finance Minister of India. In a few minutes, this is Rolling News Tonight.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.